Hello boys and girls, and welcome back to Modern Builds HD. So I want to start this video off by apologizing for taking a small break with YouTube. I did actually try and record a few times, but I just couldn't find the inspiration to record, and as you may know if you watch this series, I have to pause my laptop every 5 minutes and wait for it to cool down for about 15 minutes and then continue recording. So a 15-minute recording can sometimes take up to about 1.5 hours, which is horrible. But I'm recording with a new mic from Smithers Boss, so if you want to check out his channel, go check it out in my channels page on my YouTube. And yeah, so I'm going to explain what I built in the previous video that wasn't uploaded due to my laptop's horrible performance. And that is, I've changed this balcony idea. I decided it looked a bit horrible, so I changed it, and now we have just bricks around this area. As you can sort of see, I will just give you a little fly around and just show you what we have changed. Also the other thing is, underneath now we have just put quartz underneath to hide that horrible sort of stone, no, not stone, bricky sort of look, because it didn't look that great, to be honest, and it looks so much more smexy now. I mean, damn, look at that. Around the sides we've just added some white stained clay or quartz. If you are using survival, use white stained clay or white wool. Highly recommendation. Quartz on survival is extreme to get. It may look a little bit better, but you know, if you can get it, but if you're not that hardcore, I'd recommend going the wool appearance. Over here we have a let's just count this out. So 5 wide, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 long conservatory. So what I've used in materials wise is black stained glass, because it emits a little bit of light inside, and you know, it's kind of private. Here we have some white stained clay just running along the top, continuing onto some sand, so it will sort of blend in with the build. So if you guys are looking for any measurements or you get stuck on anything, drop a comment down below and I will respond to you, because I don't want any of you guys getting stuck. Around the outside here we just have some stones or a layer just to nicely blend it in here, and we have some, just what are they called, it pressure plates. That's it. We have the wooden looking pressure plates just round, so I'm just going to show you the spacing between them. We just have them round to just create a nice sort of effect. Now what I've done around this side and around this side is I've put some bone meal just to make it look a little bit more natural, and yeah, it really did improve the look of the build. So inside here I've just given it a simple stone slab flooring, and I've used some quartz with some quartz stairs just to make a sort of nice arch. And then on the other side we have quartz slabs, white stained clay, and quartz stairs also here turned upside down. Around here we have a sandstone wall, so normal sandstone 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 long, and this is sand. And then we just have a sort of quartz slab just to divide rooms, and this is 5 blocks away from this wall over here. So I want to make sure you guys get the correct measurements here, so I'm trying to go with the flow and make sure everything gets done correctly. This can be used as white stained clay or quartz. Quartz does look better, but again, if you're playing on survival, I would highly recommend you go ahead and use that white stained clay, and that is just topped with some quartz just to make it look a little bit nicer. Over here I use some quartz just around the edge, and also some what you call it again, quartz stairs upside down just over there, with a brick stair upside down and just a normal wooden door. So there's another side little exit over there. Now what we have over here is we have a dark oak wood staircase with some fences alongside. So I was thinking about having an ultra sleek modern staircase, but to be honest that is not needed. In fact, I'm going to just go ahead and just get away with this, because at that current time, that current moment, I could not build at all, and my building went appalling, guys. That's why I didn't want to upload, because everything I seemed to build just looked absolutely disgusting. So in fact, I'm just going to go ahead and leave that there, just like so. It looks a lot better like this. Yeah, like so. So in fact, actually, I might just go ahead and change this to a staircase which is too wide, because again, my building did sort of muck up and it doesn't look amazing. It kind of looks a little bit fat. Okay guys, so now that is done, it just looks so much better, like 100 times better with that thinner staircase. So this is just dark oak wood with some dark oak wood stairs just to finish it off. Unfortunately, I am not doing the interior for this build just for the lack of inspiration I've recently had, but I will do the garden and further exterior on this project. So now getting on to further exterior, this house generally looks pretty beautiful. I've really sorted out that balcony because that was like one of the worst parts of this build. But I think what we need to do over here is just, touch up and do a little bit of detail. So what you're going to want to do is get out some brick slabs, and we already have the stairs out here, so that won't be a problem. Do is just see what I can do here. Actually, maybe just include a little bit more detail. So if we put that there, no, come on. Because this isn't 100% modern, I did want to have a kind of traditional sense about this build, so we will limit some things. Let's have a look at that. That kind of looks derp. So we'll just have that like that, just to add a tiny bit of detail. And this side, I don't want it too over detailed, or that will just ruin the look of the build, but I'm pretty happy with it. In fact, what I think I'm going to do is, if you guys are looking for some base materials to put inside for the flooring because you have no idea, I'd recommend stone. It's normal stone, stone slabs. You can use grey wool. You don't want to go with quartz. Quartz, if you are playing on creative, of course, it will just look way too blinding and in your face. So use something like stone. Wool works well as long as it's like a fairly neutral colour that will go with most things, not, for example, yellow or red. Red is just for the outside here, guys. So yeah, that's pretty much the house mainly done. Now we can get onto the exterior of this garden. So what I want you to do is just get out some green carpet and some green stained clay. So let's see where you are. There you are. And I came up with this really cool new idea of just having mowed lawn, because mowed lawn is usually either carpet, just green carpet and normal grass, or lime green wool and green wool. But I came up with an idea of green stained clay and green carpet together, which actually gives it a really nice look. So you just want to do that. Whoops, what are you doing? And just do this, and we'll just create some very nice stripes. This garden isn't going to be amazingly detailed, but it's going to be simplistic and quite nice looking. Because if you think about it, in a normal garden you don't tend to actually have that much. So basically, pretty much what you want to do, I'm just going to skip this on the recording. Don't rage, because I know people do rage over this kind of stuff. Basically, what you're going to want to do is create a pattern. So green stained clay, green carpet, the width of the garden. Then you're going to leave one space where there's just going to be normal grass, and then complete that process all the way to the end of the garden. Your garden doesn't have to be as long as mine. It can be as long as you want it to be, just depending on what you want to put it in. If you're in a small plot, for example, and you want to build this project and there's not much space available, build a smaller garden. You can adapt this build to how you guys like it and personalize it in many different ways. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this, and I'll see you guys back in a second. Please don't go anywhere, and I'll see you there. Okay guys, so I'm back, and once you've done, it should look like this. I mean, look at that, pretty gorgeous, right? It's really simple, but if you fly up and just have a look, so damn effective. So what we're going to be doing now, is we are going to be going through, and we are going to be using some bone meal just across here, just to finish off the back of the house, give it a little bit of detailing, make it look a little bit more natural, and yeah, all that cool stuff. So, like that. And as you can see, it looks gorgeous. So now we're going to go around, we are going to add some random plants. So poppies, right, to match the house because they're red. Some daisies, just because they're common flowers, I guess. Mushrooms kind of look a little bit derp. Lilac. I reckon, and a rose bush. So what we're going to do now is just randomly go about. You don't have to follow any specific order, but just make sure you put at least 2 poppies just on each sort of strip of grass. And what this will do is, you'll notice in a minute, just up to here, leave it about, I'd say, 3 grass strips apart. and then just come across with the daisies. What this will do is it will give it a really natural, nice effect, and it will just look kind of sweet and just awesome looking. So as you can see, it looks pretty awesome. A little bit dark. We will sort out the order of them in a second. Now what you're going to want to do is you want to get out some trees. So jungle trees, a bit too over the top, but I do love these new type of trees that they brought in. So what you're going to need now is you are going to need some bone meal. That is it. And bone meal will obviously just let the trees grow. Obviously if you're in survival and you're in no rush, you know, you don't have to use bone meal, but it will just speed up the process of planting these trees. So I'm going to say, wait, 1, 2, 3. So 2 in between, and then just place a tree and leave it 3 strips. At the back you will see why in my next video. Guys, this is going to be the last part of my Suburban home tutorial, but my next Let's Build will be for this house, and it is going to be a guest house. Now, are you going to spawn on me, or are you going to be all annoying? Come on. Okay guys, you may have to delete a few blocks around this just so it can spawn. There we go. I love these trees. They are so awesome looking. And then we're just going to get out some light grey stained clay. Whoa, don't lag on me. And what that is going to be is it's going to be like a guest house. So I've been wanting to build one of these for like a little while now, and I just can't wait. It's going to be awesome. It's not going to be like small, but it's not going to be huge. It's going to be like a reasonable guest house, I guess. Just at the end of the garden, we can have a few things like a kitchen in, like a small gym area, maybe just like a little game station, TV of course, speakers, maybe like a little pull-out mattress or something. It's just going to be really awesome because I've never really built anything like it, and yeah, I just can't wait. So stick around for that video tomorrow, of course. Today I'm going to be doing a build review. I have no idea what it's going to be yet, but I have a load of friends on PMC who are some amazing builders, much better than me, and I'm going to be reviewing something cool. So stick around for that tonight as well. And yeah, just a huge boom of videos coming your way, getting back on track. I'm not going to let my inspiration loss take me from my YouTube career away. I'm going to be recording as much as I can recently, so smack that subscriber button for inspiration. And yeah, everything's going to be awesome. So after I finish these trees, I'm going to start recording. I know it hasn't been the longest of videos, but you guys are going to do the interior yourself. I know a few people will maybe dislike, which will annoy me a lot, because I'm not doing interior. I just have no idea what to do. I mean, I've done so many interiors, but I don't know what to do for this one, and it's just a really difficult build to work on for some reason. But anyway guys, this is the garden finished. The guest house will be out tomorrow, which will complete the build. And actually a cool thing that you can do before we end is just get some fences, just like this, and then I'll say just pull this down like 1, 2, 3. Bring that out, and then what you can do is just get a torch out. What this will do is it will light up the garden, especially if you're using shaders mod. You will notice at night, especially in Riddle Plays, I mean it is like completely black. You can barely see anything. Yeah, so by adding a few torches, what you do is just make the build a lot brighter, and it's just a nice effect. I will show you guys in a minute. I will also show you guys in default. I always say I'm going to show you guys it in default, and then I forget, and I'm like, oh yeah, damn, I should have done that. So I'm so sorry about missing that out, but yeah, I'm going to show you it in Mr. Meeps, because I use Ruder Plays and Mr. Meeps, 2 of the most popular shaders mods. That's it, almost said texture packs, and I completely love it. So in Mr. Meeps is slightly brighter at night times, but in the daytimes it is definitely this for the win. Actually, what the hell did I just use? Sand. Oh well. Yeah, you're supposed to place grey stained clay there, guys. I accidentally hit sand. So I'm going to show you guys it in night time. So time set. Let's go for 20,000. Right, and see, amazing. Just give you a quick tour of the house that we've built. So of course there's no lights inside the house, so it is going to look pretty dark, but once you start building it, it's going to look gorgeous. And now I'll just switch back to that daytime and I'll show you guys here daytime. So it's a really colourful, beautiful build. Looks absolutely amazing at night, and the guest house will be placed around here. Can't wait for that video. Stick around for that. Smack that like button if you want to see the guest house. Also hit that subscriber button if you want me to continue with YouTube and keep seeing my content. I would really appreciate it greatly. And of course, before I forget, because I almost did, we must show you this in default. Ugh. I'm not looking forward to this. Goodbye, flies. Okay, that's done. May take a little while. My world is kind of humongous. Ugh, it doesn't look that awful, but yeah, especially this. I don't know what this is called, but it looks really nice and flies on this. It looks like someone's vomited over the pavement, but it's not that bad. I could live with it, but it's not amazing, especially the sand and stuff. And another frequent question that I get asked is, when are you bringing your world download out? Well guys, I will bring it out soon. Okay guys, so this is Mr. Meep. Sorry about that little Minecraft crash there. Java does occasionally have errors. I mean, Shaders mod is only in beta, so you got to give it credit. It looks awesome. So this is Mr. Meeps, a little bit duller, but you got the moving grass and everything, and it does look amazing. So thank you so much for following this series. If you've built a house and you want to put it on the server, please do. Just make sure that you give credit to me, because of course I have built this building for you guys. Yeah, so just thank you so much for watching. Pop that like button, smack that subscriber button, and I will see you in my next video, which will be a review on a modern house or some amazing build. So see you guys there.